William Hill sponsors IFL TV.
I'm the man to beat Daniel Dubois. You're going to sleep.
Coogan Cassius, IFL TV, MTK Global. We're at Madison Square Garden for the weigh-in for Joshua Ruiz. The big man's in town. That's not Joshua, that's you, Barry.
Oh, I'll tell you what, this is fantastic. And hats off, my son's done me again, hasn't he? 40 years in this business, I never promoted at Madison Square Gardens. He's done me again. He's got the bragging rights in the Hearn household, and I'm very proud of him and the team. And I'm thrilled to be here tomorrow night for not just Anthony Joshua, by the way. I think the whole card looks a real credit to British and American boxing. I think we're in for a treat.
Barry, obviously the criticism around this fight was kind of not whether Ruiz can fight or not. We know he can fight. It was the shape he's in, shall we say.
He's been in that shape most of his professional career.
Yeah.
He is what he is. And by the way, only ignorance doesn't look at a man's record and past achievements. It's easy to look at someone and make a quick decision when you don't know anything. When you know a little bit about boxing, you'll recognise this guy can fight. I watched the Parker fight. I thought he probably won it, but it was away from home. It's his only loss. He's got the whole weight of the Mexican population on his shoulders. He wants to it. This is a life-changing fight for him. And if you write him off, it just makes you stupid. It doesn't make anyone else different. Some people are built like Anthony Joshua, and they can't fight. Some people aren't, and they can fight. Get into your thick heads.
He did state yesterday that things go well for him on Saturday night. He wants to sit down with Tyson Fury. He wants to get in the room with Tyson Fury and say, what do you want? What needs to happen?
Listen, I'd be delighted to see anything happen that makes the fight. Being the old cynic that I am, we're all wasting our time. Tyson Fury does not want to fight Anthony Joshua. He'll just ask for 50-50 and Anthony won't give it to him. So it's a very short sit down. Deontay Wilder does not want to fight Anthony Joshua. He couldn't wait to rush out the story that he's boxing Ortiz so that no one asked him any questions. You know, let's not bullshit around. Joshua is the supreme number one. The only other person that's got a belt or title of any description is Deontay Wilder. Anthony wants to fight him, Tyson Fury or anyone else. He's not a problem. But you have to live in the real world. It takes two to fight.
So you weren't surprised at all about the pre-announcement about the Ortiz rematch?
Tactical naivety. Some little bloke had an idea. Let's get our news out first, and that'll stop them asking you about when you're fighting him. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll fight Ortiz again. That's a decent fight. Ortiz not a bad fight. Ortiz is a good fighter. But the fight the public want to see, I'm sorry to say to the public, because you know me, I only speak the truth. They're going to have to wait, because it's not going to happen.
And you're not optimistic about Fury either?
No. While ESPN, in their ultimate wisdom, are paying Tyson Fury a lot of money to fight not really great fighters, let's put it mildly, you can't blame Tyson for taking easy money. Why not?
Fair enough.
Wouldn't we all?
Fair enough.
So what does he want to go and take marginally more money and get knocked spark out by Anthony Joshua for? It's not good business, is it?
Does Dylan White put himself back in the mix again this year?
I'm so pleased with Dylan.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah.
He's back. And if he gets the mandatory against Deontay, which I believe he will, he's got a tough fight on July 20th against Rivas. If he gets past that and he can be the mandatory, then you've got a real fight, unless someone runs away from it. But yeah, they're not going to run away because Deontay's not going to vacate his title. He will fight Dylan White. And that's a great fight to look forward to. Don't worry about Anthony, he's fine. He's always going to be there as the number one, and he's ready and willing to fight anyone when they're ready and willing to fight. Yeah. But beyond that, we can only just speculate.
Absolutely. Just finally, Barry, could you just kind of make some comment? Obviously, I didn't speak to you after that, but the press conference that you hosted with Dylan White, there was some controversy over some of your comments that you made.
Only controversy if you took it out of context. It is an indisputable fact for anyone who knows anything about boxing that fighters have never really been treated properly from day one. This is why Joe Louis ended up as a greeter in one of the greatest fighters of all time in a Las Vegas casino. This is why fighters, when they sign long-term contracts, as soon as the contract's over, they run away and do their own thing. The world has changed, and I personally am delighted, and I think I've been part of that change. Fighters are now the governors, as they always should have been, but weren't. And if you can make any more of that, or tell me that's not true, you are a numpty.
Can you see why people would have taken offence or not at all?
They took it out of context.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm sitting next to Dylan White, a black man, I wasn't talking about black or white. All fighters were slaves. Slaves is probably a colourful word, but the fact is they didn't control their own destiny. They weren't treated with enough respect, and today they are, and we welcome that change. If you haven't got a knowledge of the history of boxing, shut the fuck up.
Barry Hearn, thank you very much. I was going to enjoy the rest of the weigh-in, and we'll speak to you soon.
Good man.
William Hill sponsors IFL TV.
I'm the man to beat Daniel Dubois. We're doing a sleep.